Hello, friends. Good evening. It's been a while, but then I hope we're still staying safe. Coronavirus has come to stay. We just have to learn how to live with it, carry out our normal activities, our daily activities while still staying safe, while still observing the safety measures, washing our hands, our nose masks, whatever it takes to be safe. You're keeping safe for yourself, not for the government, not for me. You're keeping safe for yourself, for your father, your mother, your children, your husband, your wife, your brothers, your sisters. That your life is to their gain. I don't even know you personally, but it's good that I remind you that you have to be alive. You have to stay healthy and you have to stay safe. So we're talking about something quite important today. It's something that is in the society and people don't really want to talk about it, or even if some people talk about it, there really is nothing much they can do about it because of our values and belief systems, typically Nigerians. So in a partnership, a relationship, or a marriage, each partner has the right to be healthy. Like, no matter what you have, okay, let me use the typical example. Between married couples, the husband has a right to his health. The wife has a right to her health. Do you understand? If there's something wrong with you that should jeopardize your partner's health, you should keep your partner in the know. You should let your partner know, honey, see, so is wrong with me. But that is almost impossible in a place like Nigeria. Now, of course, whenever an STD, when I say STD, I mean sexually transmitted diseases or infections, are mentioned in marriages. Don't get me wrong. There are many ways some of these diseases or infections are gotten through other means, through other routes than sex. But I'm talking about those gotten through sex. I did not say sharing of needles, sharps, and all that, blood transfusion. I'm talking about those transmitted via sex. Now, whenever it comes up between married couples, it's obvious one person has not been faithful. And then the other party, when questioned, he or she says, I've been faithful. But then you've been faithful to an unfaithful partner. Now, the problem is finding out who the unfaithful partner is, in quotes. The way the reproductive system of a man and a woman is wired. When a man and a woman are infected at the same time with an STD, the woman tends to first show symptoms. Yes, we are the first to show signs of not feeling well. We are the first to show symptoms of not feeling well. That vaginal discharge, the itching, the sores, yes, most times it manifests first in the woman. Why? Because of the nature of her reproductive tract. Yes, it's shorter and it's wider, it's open. Now, that doesn't mean the woman is the cause of the STD. No, that doesn't mean the woman is the one that brought the STD home. It's just that her body, of course, manifests the symptoms of that STD first. And then automatically the blame goes to her. So most times a woman is infected with an STD. Now, this woman knows, like, you're not sleeping around. When I'm not vouching for anybody, but when you're coming to your doctor, you're coming with all your truth because you want to be treated. Now, this woman comes to you and tells you, doctor, so is wrong with me. I noticed this, I noticed that. And maybe after having sex with my husband, I feel hot in that region and list some symptoms peculiar to what you know already. And then you further, maybe you subject her to a test or a swab and all that, and it comes out positive to one or two things. Now, You tell this woman, okay, this is it. You place her on drugs, and then you advise her to go home and bring her spouse. So the spouse can be tested and treated. Then they can resume their normal sexual activity. This woman goes home, you don't see her in the clinic again. It takes a long time, and then she comes again. Maybe even try to avoid your clinic because she knows you'd ask about her husband. If you notice that what brought her to the clinic again is the same thing. The fact that she knows she didn't bring this on herself, and the fact that she has come to the hospital with it again to be treated is my problem. Yes, that's my problem. A man lives a life philandering up and down, gets infected with HIV. Now, you know you're HIV positive. You go ahead to get drugs, retroviral and antiviral drugs. You start taking drugs to help you get better and live longer, and you keep your partner in the dark. You want her dead? Why not just take a gun and shoot her at once? Okay, fine. That's still going on. Of course, you're taking your drugs. Sometimes your viral load is low and maybe she's not getting infected or whatever. She gets infected. And then she's manifesting symptoms of HIV. And everybody turns to her. Secretly, you've been treating yourself. You've been treating yourself for a year, 2 years, and your partner doesn't even know. And your partner is down and sick. And after several tests, your partner is being confirmed to have HIV. And you turn around to join the blame game. Meanwhile, you know you're the cause. Now, when you're not asked to subject yourself for tests, you refuse. The mother of your children, what do you stand to gain? Now, do you know, while I did my rural posting in Our Mama, now, if I had 100 patients in the HIV unit, 70, Our Mama, you know where Our Mama is? 70 will come from, okay, let me share the 70 into 2. 40 will come from Elele. Elele is a town in River State. You have to pass Owerri before you get to Elele. 40, another 30 will come from Asaba. Asaba is after Onitsha. The place in question is Our Mama. What happened to all those other centers around there? They are hiding. They don't want people to see them. They come alone. They come all the way to Our Mama, get their drugs, see you, and go home. While you're seeing them, you're asking about their partners. Some are even true to tell you they've not found a way to tell their partners about their HIV status. Now, are you practicing safe sex with your wife? No. Do you abstain? No. You still sleep with her without condoms, knowing what is wrong with you. What do you stand to gain? She dies off, you remarry. I mean, this marriage thing I know it's for better or for worse, but mind you, I have the right to say I cannot be with you because of your health status. I have the right to say, on the grounds of this, I don't want to be affected. Now, that's a typical lifestyle of Westerners. Nigerians, we are really there through thick and thin. I've not even seen a case. Maybe, yes, the sexual duties are no longer carried out fully, but the woman sticks around. But I feel you should let your wife know what's going on with you. What about your kids? Don't you think about that? Don't you even think about that? And now for the woman in question, you've come to my clinic before. I tell you, this is what is wrong with you. I give you drugs. You go back home. I advise you, please. Okay, fine. You can't bring your husband. Why not try safe sex practices? I understand you cannot say no when he asks for, maybe he's in for booty call and all that. You can't say no. Why not suggest condoms? You can't talk to your man about it's saddening that you're putting yourself on the slaughter table. Now let me make you understand something. STDs doesn't stop with candidiasis. It doesn't end in chancroids. It doesn't end in syphilis. It doesn't end in gonorrhea. It could be as bad as herpes simplex. Yes. It could be as bad as hepatitis. It could be as bad as HIV, which has no cure till date. It could be as bad as human papillomavirus, which progresses to cervical cancer as you get older, unless you have been vaccinated. And 80% of women don't go for vaccinations. The vaccinations they know ended in their last child's tetanus vaccination. They don't know about Severus. They don't know about Gardasil. These are things, even, no, it's good I mentioned this. Every woman should please avail yourself. Go to the health center, ask to be vaccinated. It's prerequisite that you get vaccinated. I'm not saying you're going to come down with anything, but it's just something you should do to protect yourself, just in case. So back to what I was talking about. STDs have just gone beyond. Some of these things are terminal. Like, you're going to keep taking drugs until you die. Now, please, that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 minutes pleasure you guys enjoy, is it worth your life? I know you love your husband, but point it out to him. He should love you too. If he loves you, he should think about you and take care of you. If he cannot keep himself just for you, please present a condom. Yes, present a condom. If you can't dodge the activities, please, and don't feel threatened. If you don't give him, you go get it elsewhere. Please, the one he got, the STDs he got it elsewhere. Even when you were giving him, he got it elsewhere. Even when you were available all night, he got the STD elsewhere. So don't tell me if you don't give him, he will go out. He's been going out, and that's what got you in your present situation. Please present a condom. He should use a condom. A man that has conscience, seeing his wife present condom, it means a lot. It means this is serious. It means I have to treat myself and keep myself and keep my penis in. But if this is not happening, please, for your own good, stay away. You can't, I don't know about others, but I, for one, I would advise, and I'm still saying so, if your man can't bring himself to be treated, or his ego, the pride, won't even let him admit he's the cause. Because I got to understand that when you present this thing to them, they flare up and they act like it's not them. How can you accuse me of? Mommy, don't accuse him. You know what your problem is. You know where your problem came from. If you're indeed telling me the truth, you know where your problem came from. If you're lucky, have a good partner that would avail himself, that's fine. There are really some educated, even in the midst of the educated, some still act like they don't understand the thing. But if you're lucky, you have a man that understands and comes around for treatment, fine, you guys can get treated and resume normal sexual activity. But if your partner is the headstrong type that would even admit to his mistakes and present himself for treatment, Mom, you don't have to risk your life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, if you don't perform your conjugal duties, he won't bring money for food. Mommy, go and work. Yes, go and work. If you had something doing, you won't be tying sex for money. You won't be tying sex for favor. If you feel if you don't give in, he will go out and get it. Oh, come on. Whether you give or you don't give, he will still go out to get it. For the fact he got it the first time. If a man is good, the man will be good. Please don't put your life on the line. And it's the worst that pains me are the couples still trying to conceive. Some of these STDs don't just manifest externally like with rashes, discharges. Some of them go into your body. They scar your sexual reproductive organs. They scar your, like, they give you wounds and cause adhesions. No matter what you do, sperm can never get through. And that's infertility. And then they turn around to blame you for not being able to get pregnant. Meanwhile, that because of that one that caused whatever you're going through. So it in no way favors you. Please, if he's not willing to use a condom, stay away until he's willing to. Your life is more important than his sexual gratifications. Quote me anywhere. Your life is more important. You see, when you come down with any of these things I mentioned, this man would even come an inch near you. He would not touch you. He would not touch you. And then all those sexual orders you're trying to, all those things, all that territory you're trying to mark by giving in, even when knowing this guy is sick, you lost the territory. You lost it totally. You lost it totally because it's still going to go ahead in your face. And of course, with good reasons now, you are sick. Let's try to live better. You have the right to your health. Like, you have the sole right to your health. No one can take care of you better than yourself. No one can take care of you better than yourself. You have to. You have to make conscious effort. I mean, conscious effort to stay healthy. Thank you.